Hi everyone, I'm David Wojcik and this is MBOT TV. Stories we covered this week: a briefing on the future economy of Mississauga, Ontario and Canada, a huge Sheridan College announcement, we celebrate 90 years with a valued ally, MBOT runs for the charity, and our weekly political update with Brad Butt, who has news on the provincial election heating up, Mississauga expanding to accommodate drivers, and local politicians take a tour of a Mississauga grow-up. Welcome to MBOT TV, a weekly recap of what happened in business at the Mississauga Board of Trade and around the city of Mississauga. Royal Bank senior economist Robert Hogue led Mississauga business leaders through a comprehensive look at where our economy has been and where it's headed. Mr. Hogue explained why the Canadian economy remains strong and also why ultra-low interest rates cannot be sustained.
The Bank of Canada says for the short-term interest rate, for the overnight rate, that's the rate that the Bank of Canada manages, it's somewhere between 2.5% and 3.5%. So let's say 3% midpoint. Right now we're at 1.25%. So we are about half of the lower bound of what the Bank of Canada considers neutral. So the level of interest rates in Canada is still very stimulative for the economy, for an economy that no longer needs stimulus. So our view is that interest rates will need to rise, and that's for the good of the economy. If you overstimulate, what you're going to end up is an economy operating above capacity. And when you know in your own business, if you're operating above what you can produce, is that there's tensions. There's tensions, costs are rising, you need to pay up to people to work more overtime, et cetera, et cetera. And so this is where you start, cost pressures start to build and inflation starts to build even more.
He also went on to discuss the recent provincial deficit plan and the perils of continued deficit spending. Ministers Charles Sousa and Deepika Demirla were on hand at Sheridan College to announce a $1.5 million investment in a new innovation center at the Hazel McCallion campus in the existing Edge Entrepreneurship Hub. Sheridan College's president and vice chancellor, Dr. Mary Priest, said Sheridan is exceptionally proud to partner with the City of Mississauga, Ryerson University, and industry on this exciting venture. 90 years ago, Canada and Japan established diplomatic relations. This past week, Mayor Bonnie Crombie welcomed Consul General of Japan, Takako Ito, to celebrate. Mississauga is home to over 100 Japanese companies and enjoys a special relationship with sister city, Korea, Japan. The Mississauga Marathon took place this past weekend to raise money for charity in Mississauga. The Mississauga Board of Trade staff was on hand to make this event a total success. Nominations for the Mississauga Board of Trade Awards of Excellence are now open. This is a great opportunity for you to compliment one of your customers by nominating them in one of 11 categories. You can also nominate your own company for an award. Go to www.mbotawards.com and make your nomination today. We're looking for contributions to our upcoming issue of Connect magazine. Do you have a forward-thinking, leading-edge perspective on a business issue? Send your submission to Bahar Sakdeva at MBOT before the June 1st deadline. Brad Butt is coming up with his political update right after this short message on how you can save money on your employee benefits plan.
The Chambers Plan now offers employee benefit programs with greater selection, higher coverage levels, and more value than ever before. Take another look and see why we're the choice of more small businesses than any other plan in Canada. The Chambers Plan. It's for your benefit.
And now for our political update with Director of Government Relations, Brad Butt. Brad?
Well, thanks, David. Wednesday will mark the official start of the provincial election campaign for the election on June 7th. Be ready for one of the nastiest campaigns of our lifetime. MBOT will host an all-party debate on May 28th with a focus on issues important to the business community. You can either attend in person or watch a live stream of the debate, which is being hosted at Microsoft's offices in Mississauga. The Ontario Chamber of Commerce, through Vote Prosperity, will be taking a very active role in the election, encouraging all political parties to adopt policies to improve the business climate in Ontario. MBOT will be sharing this with you throughout the campaign and encouraging your support. The OCC has launched its annual spring survey of issues important to the business community. Please watch for the email with the survey coming out shortly and ensure you participate to make your views heard. Ontario is opening a new FinTech Accelerator office this November to connect startups to businesses and provide support that will help grow the province's financial technology sector. The Toronto Financial Services Alliance will partner with the Ontario Centres of Excellence and 111 to develop the FinTech Accelerator Office. The Accelerator Office will help FinTech companies learn about regulatory requirements, navigate them, and contact the appropriate regulators so they can successfully launch their products and services, connect with established FinTech businesses, as well as domestic and global financial institutions, business incubators and accelerators, access business support programs available in Ontario, and share knowledge through the forums, conferences, and seminars. The Dundas Connects Master Plan has been deferred until June 11th for Mississauga City Council approval. The complex plan calls for bus rapid transit and increased densities along the corridor while recognizing some sensitive land areas and natural history. Mississauga will be getting a new driver examination centre at Hurontario and Derry Roads later this year. The Government of Ontario has recognized the volume of examinations needed in Peel Region and the need for truck driver examinations in a timelier fashion. The new drive test centre is projected to serve about 300,000 customers a year and help reduce wait times at up to 7 nearby local centres throughout the Western GTA. Local politicians from all levels of government celebrated more than $44 million in government funding to build affordable housing units in Peel Region. A ceremonial groundbreaking at the Daniels Corporation's 174-unit affordable rental housing development at 360 City Centre Drive in Mississauga was held last Friday morning. The development includes 154 units that will be funded through the Ontario-Canada Investment in Affordable Housing Agreement. The federal and provincial governments have promised $44.3 million to provide 298 affordable housing units in 4 developments across the region. Mayor Bonnie Crombie and Councillors Sue McFadden and Ron Starr joined me for a visit and tour of TerraSend, a cannabis cultivation facility in Mississauga last week. This is in preparation for the legalization of marijuana, expected later this summer, and ensuring good business practices and regulation in the sector. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Brad. And here's what's coming up at your Mississauga Board of Trade. On May 9th, Good Morning Mississauga is at CHSI. Come out and connect with your MBOT colleagues. Book a speaker spot. Where else can you make over 100 cold calls in just 2 minutes? On May 17th, Growth and Power presents The Mechanics of Success with Jamie Holmes, the mastermind behind the Master Mechanics franchise. On May 24th, join us for our last information session on our fall trip to South Africa. This trip only has 24 spots available. Learn how you can stop off in Dubai for a small additional fee. Also on May 24th, our Young Professionals Mixer is at Mindshare Workspace in the Erin Mills Town Center. On May 28th, Microsoft and MBOT team up to bring you an all-party debate in advance of the June 7th provincial election. On May 29th, MBOT welcomes the incomparable Deanie Petty to tell her story on how she claimed her place as one of Canada's most recognized TV personalities. And save the date for our annual MBOT 9 Dine and Network Golf Classic on June 20th at the World Woodbine Golf Club. Details about these stories and events are available at www.mbot.com. Until next week, this is David Voyter, wishing you continued success in your business.